Okay, so to continue on with what we were doing with our pickled jalapenos, we have now had our brine actually cool down, and since it's cooled, this is what we've got. You notice that all of the actual liquid has fully dissolved, so we're in a good place. All of the salt and sugar particles are now completely mixed in, so we're actually going to take our liquid here and we are just going to start pouring it in. We should get all the yummy bits in there. Now what I always end up doing is pressing this down, and then I will just let this seep and cool. The little leftover bits that I have here I actually have for a different project, and that's for another segment that I will be doing. So please make sure that if you're interested, check it out. You might enjoy it. We are gonna let these kind of sit, do what they want. See how that's already starting to make some magic happen. This can actually sit and preserve in a refrigerator, in a cooler. If you get the seal pretty good and locked in there well, it will actually can last you up to 6 months in the right conditions. So I'm going to get these jarred and canned, and when I have them canned, we'll move on to the next segment and you can actually check that out. So if you want to sit tight for just a minute, I'm going to grab my jars. I do smaller jars, especially since I use these primarily for my classes. Just going to glove up here for a second. If you want to take a quick look. So all we are really going to do is we're going to take some of these and we want to evenly portion them. Make sure we get enough of everything in there. Don't really have to pack them in there too tight. Again, these are for, if you're doing this for yourself, then yes, you want to pack them in, you want to have it nice and tight. And if you can tell by the color, they're still rather vibrant. That means that we made sure that our brine got to the right consistency. It was at the right temperature, it wasn't too hot. It's sitting more at bathwater temperature. So it's warm to handle, but not piping hot. And that's what we want to ensure, is that it's not too hot. Again, we want these to stay and maintain their vibrant color if you were to actually do this and you were to cook them. Basically, they would turn kind of a more avocado-y kind of green, and that actually doesn't look as appealing as a nice vibrant green that we are looking for. So we'll just fill these in. Again, making sure that we get all of the yummy little bits in there. So all of these spices are honestly where all of the magic happens, so you really want to make sure that you get them in there and try and have it as evenly portioned as possible. Okay. So once that is done, we will begin jarring up. Please pay attention to the sound that it makes. Put that on there. Okay. All right, it makes that clicking sound. That means that there was a little bit of air escape, which is fine because we are going to seal these up. So once you have them, this is pretty much what they'll look like. And again, like I said, we're gonna take some hot water, fill it up about halfway, and we're gonna turn these bad boys upside down. When we do that, It's going to create a vacuum seal. That's going to cause the actual seal itself to actually vacuum up. It's going to cause this to kind of dimple inward, which means that a seal has been created. If that occurs, then whenever you go to pop this, it'll be hard to twist, just like you would at the grocery store, and it will make that nice sound. And that's what we're looking for. Once these are done, we'll just store them up and save them for the next thing. And for application for my class, this will be done for my international cuisine class. We'll be using these for our Mexico and our South America course. When I make those dishes, we'll be making things like tamales and papayas and all types of great dishes that you'll actually need these jalapenos for. So please be looking out for those videos. I hope everyone enjoyed this, and if you have any questions, please leave a comment.